Today's episode of the More You Know podcast is brought to you by CrowdQuestion, a brand new social communication platform focused on connecting crowds to bring everyone closer to their community, as well as enhancing any occasion. Rather than being a social media platform focused on content and advertising, they're focused on communication and connection. Learn more about the platform and download the app free at crowdquestion.com.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
Today's
More
You
Know
podcast.
Today I want to share Dr. Phil McGraw's journey to significance. So Phil was born on September 1st, 1950. He grew up with two older sisters and a younger sister in the oil fields of North Texas. Here his father was an equipment supplier for the oil fields. Then in high school, McGraw moved with his father to Kansas as his father pursued his lifelong goal of becoming a psychologist. During his time in high school, Phil played linebacker on the high school football team, and in 1968 he earned a football scholarship to the University of Tulsa, where he played middle linebacker. He then later transferred to Midwestern State University in Wichita Falls, Texas. And during his time here, he got married to Debbie Higgins McCall, but unfortunately his marriage ended in annulment before graduating. In 1975, he then graduated with a bachelor's in psychology, and then the following year he earned a master's in experimental psychology, along with getting married a second time. After that, in 1979, he got his PhD in psychology, and then did a year of postdoctoral training in forensic psychology. Upon obtaining his doctorate, Phil rejoined his father in Wichita Falls, Texas. Then, 6 years after moving back to Wichita Falls, Phil and his father partnered with Thelma Box to present Pathways seminars. These seminars were experience-based training which allows individuals to achieve and create their own results. And after 6 years, McGraw sold his share for $325,000. From there, McGraw then co-founded Courtroom Sciences, Inc., or CSI for short. CSI is a trial consulting firm which provides services in U.S. litigation psychology, jury selection, trial consulting, witness training, and depositions. And during Phil's time with CSI, he was hired by Oprah Winfrey to prepare her for the Amarillo, Texas beef trial. Winfrey was highly impressed with McGraw, and soon after the trial, she invited him to appear on her show. His appearance was highly successful, so much so he began appearing weekly on Tuesdays starting in April 1998. Then 4 years later, Phil launched his own daily television show called Dr. Phil in September 2002. The show is produced by Winfrey's Studios. The show has been ranked in the top 10 daily television shows for almost the past 2 decades now. And aside from the Dr. Phil show, Phil sold the story of his time with CSI to CBS, which they turned into the show Bull. And along with that, McGraw's written 4 best-selling books. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it. Check out other episodes. Leave a review. Follow the podcast on social media at More You Know Pod. And sign up for CrowdQuestion to ask me questions about the episode. Again, thank you for listening as we propel through podcasting with the More You Know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
Today's
More
You
Know
podcast.